Back here with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it.
Exist? No, of course not. If it did, cancer would skip some age groups. Good things happen to good people, Billy. Maybe if you did your homework, you wouldn't be learning such a valuable lesson. Face it, life ain't fair. Some people get yachts, other people get more cancer? Are you serious? You can have more than one type of cancer? Oh, but karma comes eventually. I'd argue too late. Karma could have came after the first Diddy victim, but instead it showed up to the party, giving her free baby oil and high fives. Think, people. There is no cosmic...
Yo, you know what? That is true, though, because, like, you think about it, some of the people done the most heinous shit get all the blessings, but like the best people in the world or the goodest people in the world don't get shit. It's hilarious.
Referee for humanity. No one keeping score. No one blowing the whistle when life hits below the belt. So if you want the scales of justice to balance out, then you're gonna have to do it yourself. Like, let's say, hypothetically, you told your brother not to use your soap and now it has hair on it that definitely isn't yours. Well, you could scrub your back door with his toothbrush. Nothing wrong with a little deep cleaning, right? Or what if you went to the movie with someone and they want to get off their phone? Well, you could post their number on a middle school bulletin board along with the phrase, looking for kids under 13 that can keep a secret. I guess they'll experience a real horror movie now.
That's, first of all, time out. Why he had to be black? Why the person you had to be beef with in this segment had to be black? That's first thing. Second of all, that's diabolical as hell. That's diabolical as hell.
Or what if you told your friend to look away when you entered your Netflix passcode, but then you catch him looking? Well, you could just hire a clown to follow him around. Let's see how they like being watched. Or what if someone FaceTimes you at 8:20 in the morning without any warning? Well, you could just make a fake dating profile with pictures and send it to the girlfriend. Oh, look, she didn't want to see your face either. Or what if someone borrowed money from you and told you they pay you back Friday, but now it's Friday and they're telling you Wednesday? Well, you could put fake parking tickets on their car, linked directly to your PayPal. You think they're going to ask questions or just scan that QR code? Or what if the Triple K is having a rally near you? Well,
that's pretty smart though. That's pretty smart though. I ain't gonna lie. QR code fake ticket is pretty smart.
Hate makes you hungry. What if you opened up a food truck nearby with all American food? Bacon really covers up the taste of Tide Pods. Or what if you need life-saving surgery but are denied healthcare? Well, you could just turn on your favorite game, pick your favorite character. Or what if someone takes up 2 parking spaces? Well, you could take the air caps off their tires and waste their time like they wasted yours. Or what if your buddy's girlfriend keeps saying you're a bad influence? Well, you could just sabotage their relationship. Hit him with a, how often are you getting blowies? Like 3 times a week? 3 times a week? What is she, disabled? Dude, when I was with my ex, she was giving it up every day. Even when I didn't see her in person, I'd still be getting snaps to tide me over. Tell me she's at least tasted your appetizer. Appetizer? Salad. Oh, no. No, bro, that's like first base nowadays. I won't even hold hands with the girl until she holds my cheeks. But if you want to be dry, then you do you. As for me, I'm going to go hit up that college bar again. You can come if you're free. What am I saying? Of course you're free. Or what if your neighbor doesn't pick up their dog poop? Well, you could call the cops for a noise complaint and blow a dog whistle when they arrive. I swear he wasn't doing this before. Or what if you hold the door open for someone and they don't say thank you? Well, then it's time to go for a scavenger hunt. Oh boy, I wonder what valuable things I'm about to find. Or what if you hired someone to house sit little Mittens and they left him with 0 food and water? Well, you could send him letters every day, counting down the days. Imagine getting a letter that says 22 days left. The next day, 21 days left.
They don't know what
Let
the
them feel their life slowly slipping away, just like Mittens. Or what if someone posts a picture of their house with the title, hard work pays off, when you know damn well they inherited it? Well, you could show up to their housewarming party with a potted plant filled with invasive species, like centipedes or fire ants.
Wow.
Matter of fact, you get some alone time to just take off your phone.
I ain't gonna lie, you're evil for this, but I respect it though, because karma taking a little too long, but some of these suggestions, evil as fuck, and I love it.
Fire alarm, stab a hole in their ceiling, fill it with a termite colony, then put the fire alarm back on with a fresh battery. Don't want any beeping, drawing attention to that creep.
See, that's where you got it wrong though. See, that's where you got it wrong, because, and sadly to say this, the beep would have triggered something because we never had fucking batteries in that bitch.
Or what if a coworker decides to microwave fish in the break room? Well, you could take fish oil vitamins and break them open on their car's air vent. Every time they turn on their AC, they're greeted with that low tide smell. Or what if you were real poor and started selling herb, but your best customer finds a new Connect, but then you find out that Connect is a school bus driver for a neighboring high school?
Oh, you're snitching.
You could just send an anonymous tip to the police station, and just like that, you're back in business. Or what if someone doesn't use their turn blinker? Well, if you have a full tank of gas, then it's time for a little road trip. One where they pick the destination. Now, you don't want to make it too obvious, so keep your distance. 3 car lanes, maybe 4. Far enough so they don't notice, but close enough for you to keep an eye on them. Let them think that they're alone. Let them feel safe. Then when they pull into their driveway, that's when you stop. Just for a second. Just long enough for the panic to creep in. Then, without a word, you drive off. No confrontation, no explanation, just a little lesson.
Don't do this. Because you don't know what people got, because he could come out that car with that fire on him, and that's on you.
About unpredictability. Or what if your brother puts the toilet paper roll upside down? Well, you could place a key finder behind one of the outlets in his room and beep it at random times. Let him know there's no such thing as a tiny inconvenience. Or what if your friend said he's busy with family stuff, but Discord says he's playing Marvel Rivals? Well, you could send him a 3-hour video of their parents' house filmed from a bush across the street, with the only audio being heavy breathing. Sounds like your family has some real problems now. Or what if you let someone borrow a pen and they gave it back to you with chew marks on it?
Well, I used to hate that shit,
parents
bro.
pretending to be an angry father.
Tell your son to stay the fuck away from my 9-year-old daughter!
Looks like 2 things are about to get chewed out today. Or what if your friend posts on social media that they're quitting social media? Well, you could post notes in their crush's locker that start sweet and progressively get more threatening, all while mentioning small details about your friend. You smell different in Miss Sullivan's class today. Or what if your uncle makes homophobic remarks towards you during Thanksgiving? Well, you could pour concrete mix down his toilet, talk deal with John. Or what if your friend posted an embarrassing photo of you, and when you asked him to take it down, he said, "Bro, it's not that serious." Well, if he's gonna ruin your social life, then you could ruin his actual life by introducing him to vaping. Hope that photo was worth a lifelong addiction. What if your friend puts his feet in your dashboard? Well, you could slam on the brakes and watch him get folded. Didn't know you could bend like that. Or what if someone spiked your drink with a tab as a prank? Well, if you live in Arizona, do you know vultures can devour a body in 4 hours? All you need is strong edibles and birdseed. Funny prank, huh? Or what if someone takes off their socks on an airplane? Well, you could accidentally drop your luggage on them. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Looks like I got a little too comfortable.
Nah,
or if someone
that's
pulls
funny.
your chair out right as you're about to sit down, causing you to land on your tailbone. Well, if you know their last name and general location, you could pull up real estate records in order to find their parents' house. Then use Google Street View and a 3D printing company to make a miniature model of their house and surrounding blocks. Finally, place it on their porch with the word "soon" written on it. Take away my seat and I'll take away your peace of mind. Or what if you get into the car with someone and they immediately start driving like they have a death wish? Speeding, swerving, ignoring every plea of, "Bro, please slow down." Well, you could crowbar open their gas cap and fill their tank with Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Now the only thing accelerating is their frustration. Or what if someone's playing music out loud in a public place? Well, you could slip a note in their bag that says, "We're all listening, but I'm also watching." Or what if someone sat in your couch
I wouldn't care about that. I'm not gonna lie to
and
you.
used your cushions as their personal napkin? Well, you could return the favor by
does that?
seasoning their couch. All it takes is a turkey baster and milk. Enjoy marinating in your own mess. Or what if you were bediddled by your pastor?
You
Well,
smell
you could pull
that
up to the
too.
church at night and say, "Hey, Father Cunningham, it's your boy, Revenge. Question, do you know how much blood you can lose before you pass out?" No. Me neither. Hey, before we get started, do you mind locking that door right there? I don't want anyone to disturb us.
That's
Making
valid. That's
me
valid.
sniff
That's
is
valid.
so good.
That's
I
valid.
see why you enjoyed it so much. So how many boys, Father? What? Did I stutter? How many boys, Father? How many other kids took your holy shots? 5. Wow. So what you're telling me
5
is you're not
shots.
special. Just another notch in your belt, huh? Jeez. And to think I almost left your loved ones out of this. Guess you all about to test out that afterlife theory. Yo, who are you talking to? Do you think an omnipotent power is going to say, "Hey, let me help out the diddler"? Here, let's Eiffel Tower the
In the gun jams. that would definitely happen. Like, oh yeah, you're taking out revenge, and all of a sudden you're like, what's God gonna do? And then God just jammed the gun.
kid. Really teach him a lesson. Spoiler alert, Father, I'm the only one listening. So how about you get on your knees and start begging for my forgiveness? Please. Or
Damn.
you could just let it go. Take all that hate and anger and just let it go. Because yeah, revenge feels great at first. Just fantasizing about the moment they find their tire slashed or plumbing wrecked. And it not only hurts them, it ruins their day, it ruins their week, it ruins their life. Ugh, I just need to see the reaction. I just need to see their suffering. Show me.
I ain't gonna lie though, but what if they nonchalant though, don't care? That's gonna really piss you off because like you just did all that work for them to not give a fuck. Nah, that would send you over the edge.
Show me a crack in their smile. Show me their tears. Show me their pain. But you're not going to find it. All you're going to find is proof that they moved on and you didn't. You could have spent that time building your life, creating your empire, but instead you chose bitterness over progress. So stop thinking your rage is a weapon when it's really a leash.
What's in the trash bags, man?
Preventing you from
Probably that
healing,
passing.
preventing you from being free. So no, karma ain't coming. But you don't need the universe to punish your enemies. You just need to stop punishing yourself. 3 types of cancer! You know what you want to do.
Nah, it's funny.
Shit to Morocco. I got pretty women showing titties like I'm Flacco. I came in a hot top, I'm still in the drop.